Hello everybody, John Gregory here from Theme Park Tribune, bringing you another Disney World hotel room tour and review. And if you've seen this shop before, you may be asking, John, are you at Pop Century? Are you at All Star Movies? All Star Music? And no, I'm at All Star Sports. They are also getting the same room remodel that we've seen from those other value resorts I've mentioned and stayed at, and that sense of deja vu is very real. But it is at least clean, comfortable, reliable, and you know what you're getting. So I knew what I was getting into when I paid $177 for this room for a one-night stay in May 2023. A little bit more expensive for the season because it was a Saturday into Sunday reservation. As you would expect, that makes it a little pricier on Disney's end. And I got that through Priceline.com, not an express deal. I knew which hotel I was booking. So let me show you around the room, give you a kind of repeat of my thoughts on this room style, and you can use that information to influence your decision about whether to stay here or not for your next vacation to Walt Disney World. So these rooms, like I said, they're comfortable, they're clean, they're not spectacular, but they are an improvement over what used to be here. So let's go around in the room again and touch on all these features that these room types have in common. You come in through the door, you've got this fridge that is more of like a kind of a glorified cooler, I would say, than a real fridge. As you can tell, actually there's a note on there that calls it a beverage cooler and not a fridge. So keeping, say, a pizza in there, like some of the pizza leftovers I have up there, it's not really gonna do that much for you. And actually there's no microwave in these rooms, so even less there. You do get a coffee brewer, not K-Cups. You get some free Joffrey's packets, some tea there, usual stuff. And then over in this corner to round it out, one of the features I've complained about in these other rooms is this positioning of the thermostat. It makes it very hard to see. Let's see if I can get it to show up here on camera. See, actually I can see it better through the viewfinder than usual, but you get at an angle and the numbers just start getting mixed up. So it's not the best place to put that, but they did it. You have the two queen beds, one of which is folded up into the wall, the Murphy style bed, to give you more space if you're staying here as just a couple, a single person, or you just generally want this space not permanently occupied by the bed. You get this nice table set up, you move these chairs out of the way, the bed folds down. I've done that in past videos for the same room style. I won't do it again here. But, it's a nice feature to create more space in this, like sub 250 square foot room maybe. I'd have to look that up. But if you are using both beds, there are USB plugs on the side for this one. You would have to share them on this end because you only get one. And this is also where the phone is. Another pet peeve of these rooms, if I may just nitpick, I don't really need that phone taking up all this counter space. Put it down here, because so few people are using that phone nowadays. It really doesn't need to be taking up some of the most precious counter space right along the bed. You do get this big TV with a pretty sizable console and storage unit here. More USB plugs, including some USB-Cs over here. And then let's go ahead and get back into nitpicking. I hate these lights. I hate the placement of it. I turn it off almost all the time when I'm in this room, because I don't need that shining, as I'm looking at the TV, that's shining in my eye, your eye. It's not great. Wish they would just put a overhead light, because the ceiling's got nothing at all. All backlit there from the top of the Murphy bed and then the stuff over the bed. And this the same damn picture that they put in each one of these resorts. So cookie cutter. Anyway, you get more USB plugs over here. 2, in fact, over there. Let me double check this one. Is this one a USB-C? Yes, they do have a USB-C on this side along with the older USB. So, you know, they're getting a little more modern with it. But that's the big room. The beds are, you know, they're perfectly fine. They're a little better than what you'd get at like a 3-star resort outside of Disney. The comforter's pretty thin, but it does its job. And there's just 6 pillows on this because they put these outside of the Murphy bed. They don't try to stuff them in here. I guess that'd be a bad idea. But that's why there's 6 beds mounted up, just kind of piled up on this bed right now. That's more than you'd need. Much more than you need. Into the small bathroom area, you get this sliding door to separate the two. It doesn't do, like all sliding doors, it doesn't do an amazing job at separating them off. Here you can tell, actually, that's pretty decent now that I look at it. Not a lot of light bleeding through that. You do have a pretty well lit mirror. You get a makeup mirror over to the side along with your outlets. The hairdryer down there, by the way. Some storage space underneath here. This is your closet area over here on the other side. My luggage is being stored in there right now to get it out of the way for the review. Not sure what's going on here. I don't know who's going to stack up stuff all the way up there, but you know, more storage space. The iron and ironing board are here outside of the small closet area. Yeah, really one thing in this room, if you're going to store luggage and you're using both beds, you're really going to have to make use of that underbed space because there's not a lot of extra room to put it. I guess you could kind of stuff something in here between the trash can, but yeah, there's not a lot. And then, anyway, getting back to the bathroom, another sliding door separates the shower and toilet area. The shower does come with the H2O beauty products in the wall, in dispensers. As I've said in past reviews, I'm totally fine with this. I like that you can rely on these things. I don't need to take them home. I know some people still prefer that, but I'm cool with it. And as far as the shower goes, really great water pressure in here. It gets hot almost immediately. You close the door, it can steam up nicely. And they keep shower tub combinations in all these hotels since these are really catering to families. Those families really need a tub option rather than just the shower. So perfectly serviceable. More than serviceable, really. I'm not being kind enough. It's a nice shower. Better than what you're gonna find at the same kind of hotel quality range offsite. But that being said, you've seen this room for one resort, you've seen them all. Now they're completing the All-Stars with it, with the updates. That's a good thing. These rooms aren't going to wow you. What they do is get you on property, get you those Disney perks for as cheap as possible. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a perfectly fine deal. If all things are equal and you're looking at that value category, always go with Pop. Because you have that Skyliner access and you're not as far away from everything as you are with All-Stars, where, you know, I went to the Magic Kingdom on my day staying here, and that's like more than 20 minutes each way. And that's especially worse when they share buses for all 3 of the All-Stars. It's just jam-packed with people. You're standing for that long after a long park day. It just doesn't feel that pleasant. So this should be basically the option you pick when you need those Disney on-site perks, and this is the way to get in. And honestly, and not that I'm not a parent, so I can't make this decision for you, but I find it hard to imagine you could survive with, like, say, a family of 4 stuffed in here after all these long park days. That just seems like a recipe for arguments developing. It's really tough. It's really cramped. I wouldn't personally do it. You know your family more than I do. So just consider that before you take it in. That being said, it's really great that they're getting this update. If you like the sports theme, and that's really kind of the deciding point between the different all-stars, totally go here because now the rooms are equal. They're the last one to get these updates. And that could be, that is a big bonus. Something that I would have said before then, don't come here because you were paying the same price for a much more outdated room. Now you're getting kind of equal footing on at least the room quality. The rest of it, the downsides of the All-Stars, still there. Keep that in mind when you come here. You're still further away from everything. You're still at a resort that feels cheaper than the other Disney resorts and even other ones in the value category, like Pop Century, like Art of Animation. And that's just going to come through. Maybe that affects your vacation experience. Maybe it doesn't. But you should be aware of it going in. So anyway, my thoughts on All-Star Sports, to sum it up, it is a kind of conditional recommendation. It's what gets you on property. And now that they've done the room redo, it's a more viable option than the kind of avoid it entirely that I would have said a year or two ago when they were still using the 90s style rooms with the carpeting and everything. So check out more of my hotel reviews for Disney World, for Universal, for offsite stuff in Orlando, California, and beyond. I really focus my YouTube channel on these hotel room reviews and try to make them as simple and off the cuff as possible so you get my honest opinions. And I even tell you exactly what I pay. I'm not paid by any of these places. They don't know I'm doing reviews when I come and stay here, so you're getting the, the unvarnished truth from me, sometimes even after I'm a little bit winded from a long park day and rambling to a mirror. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Check out themeparktribune.com for more written content, and like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, on Instagram, on all the socials at Theme Park Trib. Take care, everybody.